Hi party people, this is Zach from visionswell.com, products and principles for a simple serene life. Today, I'm looking at 3 different EDC flashlights that are very pocketable, and I found great use with all of them. The flashlights I've chosen for today are the Trustfire MiniX3-SE, the RovyVon Aurora A8, and the Olight iMini 2. Each of these flashlights has their own use case and where they'd be most useful to carry on you and where you would want to carry them and for what purpose. You may think that you don't need a flashlight in your everyday life and that you're not often in a situation where you need one, but even on vacation I found these of great use. If you're exploring a cave, if you're at a beach destination, if you're exploring a dark area, if you're walking around alone at night in a city that you're unfamiliar with, or if you just drop something on the ground in a dark hotel room and you need to find it real quick, a flashlight can be a great thing to put in your bag, and it takes up almost no space at all. I'm going to go through each one of these flashlights individually and describe their features and show you how they function in a dark environment, and you can make the decision which one is best for you and what use case you have that requires a flashlight. So let's get started. First up, we have the biggest guy here. This is the Trustfire MiniX3-SE. It's a flat profile flashlight that charges via USB-C under this little rubber cover here. The other side, there's 3 different settings. The top one is for a laser pointer, the middle one is for a UV light, and the bottom one is for a flashlight. And then you have this nice large button on the front to turn the lights on and off, to cycle through their functions, and it also has a color that indicates its battery level, from green all the way down to flashing red when it's almost about to die. If you just hold this button for half a second, you can see it turns on the flashlight. Then, if you click this, you can cycle through the different lumen levels, from kind of a moonlight quick mode, where it will have extended battery life, all the way up through a couple steps to the max lumen level that will last the shortest amount of time. And then to turn it off, you just hold the button again. If you click it to the middle option, you can hold the button and get a nice little UV light to see things in a hotel room or on your shirt, or check for stains or any other reason you might need a UV light. Hold it again to turn it off. Then the top function is the laser pointer. So you can't really see it here too well, but if you can look on this plate, you can see there's a laser pointer if you needed to do a presentation, point something out, or even just play with your cat. You have a red laser pointer beam that you can use for all kinds of different things. Again, you just hold the button to turn it off. On the bottom of it, you can see this little magnet icon, and that means that this is magnetic. So I don't have anything metal on this table right now, but this could stick to the hood of your car if you're doing car work or you get pulled over and you need to change a tire, you need to look at something under the hood. You have a magnet right here. It makes it really convenient to hang this light up. And then there's a nice hardy pocket clip that you can use the larger part to put on the side of your pocket, either on the inside or the outside. And then there's a reverse clip if you want to clip it to your hat and use it as a headlamp. I decided to test the features of the Trustfire MiniX3-SE outside, and you can see me out in my backyard after a snowstorm in pitch blackness, going through all the different functions and modes. So you can see the flashlight mode, you can see the UV light, and you can also see the laser pointer and the different levels of lumens for the flashlight, so you can see the way it looks when you're at different levels of lumen. I really like the slim profile of this flashlight, and I really like the way that it's very heavy, it's magnetic, it has different settings that you might need, and it's rechargeable via USB-C. Because it's a little bit larger, I don't know that I would necessarily keep this one in my pocket, but I could definitely see putting it in a sling bag, a backpack, or in my car, or in the junk drawer in the kitchen, so that you always have a flashlight on hand. It's super useful, it's well built, it's durable, and it functions well, and I highly recommend you pick up the Trustfire MiniX3-SE if it's something that's of interest to you. Next up is a flashlight I've mentioned in a few different videos. This is the RovyVon Aurora A8. I really love RovyVon as a company, and they make really nice electronics and flashlights that you can carry with you in your EDC. This thing lived for a few years on my keychain and was my go-to light because it's so small. It charges also via USB-C with this little rubber covered area right here. It has a magnetic clip that can clip onto your belt, clip in your pocket, or clip to a hat to make it into a headlamp. And you can also just stick that to the hood of a car and you'd be able to accomplish the same things as the Trustfire. If you needed to change an engine part, change a wheel out on the side of the road, you had a flat tire, you can use that for that easily. It also has a variety of functions that you access via a certain number of button clicks. So if you just hold it, it turns the light on, and it's just an easy, quick way to get a flashlight without having to click it a bunch of times. If you click it twice, the light stays on, and then you use single clicks to cycle through its lumen levels. Once again, it has a low light one, then it has a couple more steps up until its max lumen level. So you can decide based on how much battery you have left, how much light you want to use and what you need in a given moment. Then, if you triple click it, it switches to its other function. First of all, the lights for these other functions are in the side of the flashlight, and then you can single click to rotate through them. So the first one is a UV light. Similar to the Trustfire, this could be useful if you need to look for stains or find something that you can only see in UV light, and it's a great thing to have. If you click again, you have a single red light, which can be used if you're a biker or if you need to signal someone on the side of the road. It's a very visible light, so that's always helpful to have. Then there's a slow flashing red light, which is also good for those purposes. If you're pulled over the side of the road and you don't want to be hit, if you're riding a bike, this could be a great bike light to show other drivers that you're on the road. And then there's a super fast flashing red light that also accomplishes the same thing of alerting people to your presence, that you're on the side of the road, or if you're a biker and you need people to see you. And then it cycles right back to the UV light. And then you just click it 2 times again and you get back to the flashlight, and then you can rotate through the lumens of this. And then if you want to turn it off, you just hold it. It has a little keychain loop at the back so that you can just hang this from your keychain. It's very small and compact, but also robust. It has a nice see-through design that reminds me of like the early 2000s, late 90s, when every piece of electronics was see-through. And yeah, it's built really well. I've had it for a couple years. I've never had issues with its battery life or functionality. And it's super lightweight, so if you need a high-functioning flashlight that has a lot of different use cases, this is one I would highly recommend. So pick up the RovyVon Aurora A8 if this is something you're interested in. Additionally, in a dark room, I wanted to show you all of the functions of the RovyVon so that you could see its different modes. You can see its flashlight and its different levels of lumen with the flashlight. You can see its UV light, and then you can see its different red light, the solid, the slow blinking, and the quick blinking if you need to signal someone to your presence for safety. Last up is the Olight iMini 2. Olight makes really great flashlights of all different kinds for EDC, and this is one of their smallest that they provide. So the point of this and why it's overtaken my keychain as my new keychain light is due to its simplicity. It only has one light setting, you can't cycle through it, there's no buttons or knobs to fiddle with. It's legitimately just this. So the back end of it has a rubber covered USB-A charging port. You can plug this right into a USB-A slot to charge it, and it connects directly to the base. It has a small hole to put it on a keychain. I have it on my keychain right now. And then the base of it, this little nut, is magnetic. And right when you pull it apart, it lights up. And then it snaps back into place with a very strong magnet. I've had no troubles with this thing coming apart. I've never had issue with it on my keychain. And it's such an easy way, if you drop something on the ground, to have a light quickly by your side and not have to use your cell phone. Instead, you just grab your keys, you pull this apart, and you can easily see stuff you dropped on the ground or shine a quick light into the woods to see what's out there. It's a really, really lightweight, easy to use, well-designed, well-built, durable flashlight. Super small, compact, fits on a keychain, and I don't think there's any other flashlight that I'd want to carry with me on my keychain. So highly, highly recommend the Olight iMini 2 if you're in the market for simplicity and you want something that can cover a lot of different options, but it's so quick at hand that you can easily deploy it whenever you need light in a situation. Again, here's the functionality of the Olight iMini 2 in a dark room. You can see I can single-handedly just pull it apart, get the light to shine, light up the ground, light up and see everything I need to see, and then pop it right back in that magnet, and then it turns off and it's good to go. In closing, I truly believe that any of these three flashlights has a distinct and useful place in anyone's EDC kit, or just in your pocket. All three of them are pocketable, all three of them can charge via either USB-C or USB-A, and all three of them are a quick way to get light when you need it. Personally, I like the Olight on my keychain, the RovyVon as a backup for my keychain light, maybe to throw in a sling bag, and if I need more power or something more robust, then I would use the Trustfire. If you have any questions or flashlight suggestions of your own that you'd like to leave in the comments below, please do so, as I'm always looking for new products to fill out my EDC kit, and I want to find the best, most simplistic and minimalist way that I can have an easy light on the go that won't fail me and that's there when I need it. Thank you as always for watching, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.